So the tradition of Lafayette Live continues with Bernadette Lee here on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and especially Acadiana's Morning News. Joining us this morning, Jared Bellard. Good morning.
Good morning to everybody.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
You look pretty rested. That must mean that things went well last night. You weren't out till all hours of the night debating things, talking about things, approving things.
No, it was a very well appreciative meeting for my wife and my kids. We were home at 8:30.
8:30?
Great meeting.
I was going to say, that's awesome, man. 8:30 is wonderful. All right, so as I was looking at the agenda earlier this week on Monday, I was looking at, there was an item there about some motorcycles and then also some golf carts, and I was kind of curious as to what that is. I'm assuming that's kind of from our public golf courses, and then I'm assuming Lafayette Police Department motorcycles. So what were y'all doing with that? Are you transferring it or selling them?
Basically, it's a trade-in, especially with the motorcycles. We do 5 motorcycles, basically, or traded in every 3 years for warranty purposes.
Gotcha.
The golf carts, we have 200 to 250 golf carts, and we trade them in for new ones every 3 years. It does list on the agenda. It kind of misled you a little bit and said it's surplus property.
Yeah, no, I was like, wait, what?
But it's not surplus. Both of them were trade-ins.
Gotcha. Okay, so every 3 years on those motorcycles, y'all just basically flip them over.
That's correct, for warranty purposes.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Now, all right, so one thing that was on the agenda was about Fire Station number 14. So did y'all approve any money, or are y'all considering approving any money for some more equipment? What's happening with that project?
Basically, with Fire Station 14, which is located on 201 Curran Lane, it opened January 17th of this year. So basically, when you open a new fire station, you have to fill the positions. We had 3 promotions that were added. We added 3 fire district chiefs, 3 fire captains, and 3 fire engineers. What we had to do is add it to the manning tables. The project to construct the fire station was $2.2 million. It took over 632 days. The great thing about this is this was a requirement to maintain the city's Class 2 fire insurance rating.
Yeah.
Probably not the best thing. I guess the number one thing would be safety.
Right.
Because I have a 3-year-old and an 8-year-old, and the first people I would call, and that should be priority number 1 of elected officials, is safety, police and fire.
Yeah, definitely so. And you know, it's you never really think about, of course, unless they're in your family, but you never think about firefighters or police officers until you need them. And then at that moment, your life is probably changing one way or another. That's certainly true.
That is certainly true. And as you mature, you think about them more too. You know, once you get married and have kids, because I promise you when I was in college and younger.
You're like, really, I care less.
Yeah, that's right. So that is so true.
Now, is it in terms of working on our fire rating and keeping our fire rating where it is? I don't know if people necessarily understand the correlation there between what you end up paying in terms of premiums and what savings you end up having. Because, you know, in some areas, in the unincorporated areas, for instance, those folks, you know, it may be a little bit harder because that fire person's got to go, and that fire truck, that team's got to go a lot further maybe to reach a home, a destination, a business. Definitely.
In the unincorporated areas, volunteers. And basically, from what I understand, when they do your insurance, it's all based on how close the vicinity of a fire station is, if it would be cheaper or more expensive. So being in the unincorporated area with just volunteers in one station in each little pocket, your rates will go up if we do not expand more and more.
Yeah, it's got to be done. All right, switching gears very quickly. I am very curious from your perspective because, you know, it was the all boys club, all boys club at the council, but now you got these 2 ladies on the council. So what we have heard, I'm not necessarily asking for you to confirm or deny, but I've heard that now it's like there's much more calmness in the halls during the meetings or as you're meeting. Words are different sometimes as they're being used. So really, how has it changed now that you got these 2 ladies on the council? Has it really changed that much?
It really hasn't changed that much. I will say this and be totally honest with you with this. Because it's behind closed doors when we talk and whatever, it is very much more polite and something your mother would rather hear than not.
I would imagine.
Not that we did that a lot, but it did happen. Anytime. But no, it worked great with both of them. Look forward to working with them even more. It does add a sense of newness, which is definitely which was needed.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the city parish mayor.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's going just great.
I'm glad.
We're all really gelling together. It's still early, so,
Yeah,
check back with
right?
me, at the end of the year, and maybe it's different. But so far, so good.
So far, so good.